Attention everybody, the views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. Knives and Motorcycles is our title for the day.
There we are.
Here we go. Good morning! Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay!
And the valley is too wide. Full of regret was my heart, you see. This is how it would always be. 2, 3, but that's all changed.
We did this in my dining room.
Oh, I love it. Love it. I love this song.
We did record this in our dining room. Boy, I tell you what, it came out so good.
Yeah.
And this was one take. This wasn't all chopped up and put together.
No, this is all one take. Yeah, we didn't do track over track recording on it.
Although we practiced like we were doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many times did you do this song before we got this take?
Like probably 30 or 40 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had just we had just written it.
Yeah, you had just written it. But in writing it, you did it over and over again and built it.
Because it's fun to do. It's fun to sing. It's fun to play.
It's a beautiful song.
I'm not afraid.
It was exciting.
I'm not afraid. Lord.
Came out so good.
Thou art with me, my Lord.
Barney, such an amazing drummer.
Oh, man.
Such an amazing drummer. 2, 3, you've got this, Lord. See, when troubled times come my way, I just throw my hands down and say, you've got this, Lord.
You've got this,
and
Lord.
I give it all to you.
Yes.
I want to live for you, my Lord, and I want to worship you. That was such a great, I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn. But the songs that we do are worship songs, and they're testimony songs. So when I get excited about hearing our songs being, just hearing them, the recordings and everything, I relive the reason why we wrote them in the first place. I need to...
testify.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
We're glad to have... Sorry, I inhaled saliva. It's pretty bad. My cough made you want to goo your hands with this. And there is a way that you can make your own hand sanitizer.
Is that? Yeah.
Just so you know.
With a knife and a motorcycle.
Knife and a motorcycle. We're going to be using Damascus steel on these.
Your hand will be sanitized. You take that knife, right? You take your hand and you put it like this.
Cut the middle finger off because you really don't need that one.
Right, and it's going to be...
Because that one's just obscene if you use it by itself anyways.
Right.
So just chop it up. Make sure you have room for your ring. I didn't mean to... I wasn't trying to flip off camera there. I apologize.
And you did. I got to see this.
Oh, no. I was showing them my ring, okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you see it?
No, I missed it.
Oh. Well.
Oh, no. It's coming up.
We're so immature. I haven't even logged into my Facebook yet.
Oh, there you go. Right there. You just flipped off the camera.
Sorry about that, everybody. I apologize. That particular view and opinion is not...
Jeremiah wasn't notified.
No.
Morning, Steve.
Steve-O Mickey Mac or Steve-O Schultz?
Steve-O Mickey Mac.
Hopefully he'll be back on tomorrow with us.
Schultz is already with us. He was the first one.
Yeah, he's always the first one. Thank you, Steves.
Yes.
We love you guys very much.
Thank you very much for your support.
Little Steve-O Schultz, we do miss having you here. You need to come up and visit us one of these days just for fun, for old time's sake. You'll all get lost is what Steve Schultz says. And then he wasn't notified. My tires will be put on this morning, so that means I will be returning tomorrow. Woot, woot. I think that's what that means, right? Woot woot.
I think so.
What woot you do? Hey, let's see what else we got here. I need to share this, and you guys do the same. That really helps us out quite a bit when you guys share, like, and share these videos, not just on your timeline, but also please share it on your story. More
Yes.
people see it. We're looking at trying to. I'm also looking for another, at least at one more, because I have one more stream that we could do it simultaneously with this. So we could actually do YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and then maybe Periscope or something like that. We're looking into other media platforms to be able to broadcast live to.
Good.
So share to your story.
Yeah.
So knives and motorcycles. I know that's kind of a provocative.
I like knives and motorcycles, both. They're awesome.
Knives and motorcycles.
Knives, I mostly like useful knives. My
Right.
favorite kind of knife that there is the what's it called? The Stockman. It's got 3 blades. They all have different uses and purposes. And
Yes, you actually gave me one of those for Christmas one year. That
Did
you
I?
had, yeah, you had brought it back from the dead.
Oh,
it was
right, it
rusty,
was-
and
yeah.
you cleaned it up, and then you sharpened it, and that sucker will still shave the hair on your arms till this
Will it?
day. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I've cut myself on it a couple times. Does that make
don't
you feel
cut
bad?
yourself on it. Yes.
Well, I wasn't trying to make you feel bad, but
No.
it's your fault. I have a
I
scar
don't
on
feel
my
as
finger.
bad as you did.
I had a scar on my finger for a little time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Scars.
Yes. Scars heal though.
It's like a man thing. Cool.
It is. You know, I've been cutting myself on accident on knives since I'm a baby. When I used to live in Panama City Beach, Florida, I was 8 years old, and we used to fish off the pier every single day. That's how we ate. We survived by fishing. And anytime I saw a knife, me being I was skin and bones, you know, and so and I'm a talker. I talk to people I talk to strangers all the time, all the time. And
You're
I go
a
up-
stranger talker.
yeah, and I don't know how many times I talked people out of their knives. Their pocket. Oh, I really love this knife. Man, I would love to have that. And then they say, well, I tell you what, you can have that knife, but be careful. It's really sharp. Okay, I'm really good with knives.
Oh. Yeah, you cut yourself when we were. What were we doing? I can't remember.
We were. Oh, what was it?
And you cut yourself, and you were bleeding everywhere.
I was putting.
It was a deep one.
Oh yeah. That I was putting fuel treatment in my car or something. Yeah, fuel treatment. Was it fuel treatment?
What were you using your knife for?
To cut the tip of it. No, it wasn't fuel treatment. What was it?
Something that came out of a tube.
Yeah, but it was like, and I went to cut. It might have been fuel treatment. It was something important.
Fuel treatment doesn't have a.
Yeah, it does. It was the tall. It was the tall thing, Lucas or whatever. The
Oh yeah,
gooey
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It was Lucas.
That the tall where you
that
can
you have
squirt.
to cut the end.
Was it that or is something
Yeah,
else?
it was.
And
Yep,
I was
I
cutting it
remember now.
like that, and I thought, and it was a knife that was not meant for close use like that. It was for chopping and stuff,
Oh.
which you used.
I didn't
I
use
gave
for
it.
chopping.
I actually gave it to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. But
Yeah.
you can have it back if you want, because it's not something I use very often. Not now that I have two. I have a little tiny axe this long, and a little tiny splitting maul this long,
Morning, Marcia.
and they ended up taking the place of that knife.
Morning, Philip Warden Sr. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the party.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
But yeah, no, and that one is,
You cut yourself and we're bleeding everywhere.
yeah, and I cut myself bad too. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was good.
bad. It was like
Yeah.
almost to the bone.
It was deep.
Yeah, and I was bleeding everywhere on. It was it. It was a
O'Reilly's
part
on Campbell.
Yeah, it was was it on Campbell?
Yep.
Man, I tell you what, it's a good thing I had a first aid kit there
I
because you had to
remember
help me.
I remember where you were parked.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of little bloods. I mean, it was bleeding bad. And that's before I found out that I had foot and hand eczema.
I had to help you put the Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, because
And then you had to put another Band-Aid and wrap it with something.
um,
Didn't you?
Yeah,
there was some
with tape. Yeah, tape. The best Band-Aids in the world are electrical tape.
But, you did get the stuff in the car.
I don't know that.
Did you put stuff in the car that day?
No, it was. What was it? We had.
It was the Lucas.
Was it?
Yes, it was the Lucas for your
The
gas
oil,
treatment.
the gas treatment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was or not. No, it was. It was a glue or something. It wasn't Lucas. Because that. It was. You're right.
It was the Lucas.
Whatever it was, it had a
'Cause I was
plastic
telling
tip
you
on it
about
that you
how-
have to cut the tip off.
Yeah.
And you were telling me how, because I mean, at the time my car was kind of running like poo, I think, or I thought it was. It was right before I did the oil change on it, and we ended up having to do the brakes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was bad. That was a bad deal.
Yeah.
That was not.
So knives are dangerous. You got to be careful with them. Now, see, I'm pretty careful with a knife, and I don't cut myself very often with them. But when I was a kid, I had a kitchen
Morning,
knife,
Louis Bolander,
and there was a fence post in the
Trey
backyard.
Cobb.
And I have this knife, and I'm going like this to the fence post. I'm carving a totem pole.
Oh, no, when you were a kid.
Yeah.
So that was back whenever there wasn't even a color TV back then, was there?
I don't think we did have a color TV yet. I was very young, maybe 5 years old,
Oh, so I wasn't.
and
even
I wasn't.
thought of
I
yet.
was not supposed to have that knife.
No.
So I'm doing this right, and bam, that thing went right in my hand, right here.
And you cut that web,
Oh, it was this one.
puncture a hole in the webbing.
Yeah, so I
and
was
you can
doing
see
from
into
this side.
it because
Oh, yeah.
you can see into
It
it.
fills up with air, and you
Yeah.
can see the veins that
Oh,
are
yeah.
attached to the top, to the skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see then we're really creeping people out right now.
You gotta be
You
careful
see
with
that?
knives.
You see that scar right there?
Uh-huh.
That was a bad one. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. All right, so I'll show you guys this scar. I've had this one
So
since
I don't-
I was 18.
Mine's 45 years old
It's
or
hard.
so I don't think you can see it anymore.
I can't. No, I'm trying to see if I can get a good picture of it. I can't see around my hand. Anyways,
Yeah, so
there's a
my scar just looks like wrinkles now.
So I was working for a pet company here in town, and I was working in the fish tank areas, and I was cutting a box to throw it in the trash, but there was styrofoam in it, and I was using, and it was a brand new box knife too.
Oh, yeah.
And I was cutting towards me. I'm holding the box like this and cutting this way, and it snagged in the styrofoam, and I pulled it to pull it loose, and it goes.
Right across.
And I look at it, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks."
That's
It was
pretty
so
bad.
sharp it didn't even hurt.
No, it'll cut right in. Right. Yeah, yeah.
And so it started bleeding, rather bad, I would say. And I walked in, I'm holding my hand like this, trying to keep the blood from getting on the floor. And I was
That's
like,
not working.
it wasn't there. It was dripping a little bit. And I said, I walked up and there was a couple of people there. I said, "Hey, where's Travis? He's in the bathroom at the moment." And I said, "Okay, I'll wait." I'm just standing there waiting, just as calm as could be. Travis comes out. I'm like, "Hey," he goes,
shock.
he
Well,
goes,
no,
"Hey,
you
what's
weren't.
up, man?" I said, "I just cut myself with that box knife when I was trying to get the boxes to throw away or whatever." And I said, does that look like it needs stitches?
Good
or
morning, Noah.
He says,
Trey.
I said, "Does that look like it needs stitches or something?" He looks at it and he takes his hand and he goes, "Huh." And he spreads it apart and he goes, "Oh, yes, that needs stitches. You need to go to the hospital."
And did they put stitches in it?
Oh, yeah. I got 3 stitches and I had to wear a brace because you could see the doctor. First of all, he knew I was freaked out about needles and stuff. So he comes up with this huge syringe and I turn my head and he goes, Did you feel that? And I said, "No." He goes, "Good, because I haven't actually stuck it in there yet. I just squirted some of it in there." And then he injected it in there, waited about 5 minutes. And then while he's cleaning this out, man, he has this thing pried open.
Yeah.
It's like, "Yeah, you see this right here? Check that out. See, that's your tendons. You see those little nicks? You nicked your tendons."
Yeah.
So I had to wear a brace that kept me in a thumbs up position 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And like I'd be sleeping and I'd like stab myself in the eyeball with my thumb because it kept your thumb in a thumbs up position. So knives are dangerous.
Knives are dangerous, but they are useful. Some of them are useful. And knives, there's all different kinds of knives, and they all have good uses in their right place, but You can use.
Louis
wrong
Bolander
knife
says,
for the
I got
wrong
stitches
thing,
in the
that's
same place, brudda.
Yeah, we're good at that.
Needles. Ha! Louis Bolander. Yeah, I've never been a fan of shots. Rambo self-stitching, John Cockcroft says.
I'm not concerned about shots too much. Needles don't bother me that much.
Good morning, everyone. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Noah.
Yeah, we love you, Noah.
I just saw him a little bit ago when he had himself with the lid of a container. It's funny.
I didn't see it. I didn't get to. I should have been
Okay,
there.
so-
I had time. I was
so-
early.
I walk in there with the gas station where he works, right? And
What time do you go in there?
I go in there. It was about 6:15, 6:20,
Oh yeah.
give or take.
And it's the one where?
It's the one on down the road from your old house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
It's the one that I
I
said
went
you.
right by it again today.
I know.
No, I didn't. I came the other way.
It's the one we always stopped at when I pick you up in the mornings.
Yeah.
And we always stop there. And so I look over and I see him duck. He's carrying one of those red totes,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
And it's one.
Our truck totes.
They were open.
That's what they give it.
Yeah, they were open. And he went to hide himself in the thing, being silly. And all I hear is thunk. I said, "You just hit yourself in the head, didn't you?" It's like, yeah. It was funny. I guess you'd had to have been there. It was pretty hilarious. I thought so. Yeah, Louis Bolander, we do know your testimony, and we're glad that you are better now, and brother in Christ. I still want to get you to sing with us sometime. You know, he sings really well, harmonizes really well. So
Is he?
he practiced with us twice, up at Midtown Recovery.
Good times. Noah says.
Good times. Yeah. He they tore down the store that he worked at. So yeah, we need to get you on here, Louis. Get you on here. You and I can sing a dirge. Is that the old school way of saying it? A dirge? Sing a dirge?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I need to share this on my timeline also. So yeah, we're talking about knives and motorcycles,
Yeah.
which a lot of times they go hand in hand.
Yes.
Like I'd like to get you a knife to carry with you while you're riding your motorcycle, because you never know when you need a good blade.
Right.
Um,
I think. I mean, when do you not need one really? Having one, better to have and not need.
than to need and not have.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And that's when you really notice that you don't have it. But when you do have a good blade on you all the time, the need for one comes up more and more, because people will have you do something that that can only be done with a knife.
Yeah, and then you keep also subconsciously you're finding reasons to use your knife.
Yes, because knives are good.
Knives are cool. I love knives. I always have. Okay, so as a kid, I always had. All right, these were my obsessions. Flashlights was by far the number one obsession that I had.
Yeah.
Love and still to this day, I love flashlights.
Yeah.
I'm
me too.
weird.
I like the right flashlight.
Yes. I like the bright. I like whenever someone at work flashes their little light in my face, I pull out my light cannon. Fwah!
I like the headlamps.
Yeah, but the problem is there's people up at work that I guess are so used to having it on and working, either that or they're just buttholes.
They look at you
They
and-
stare at you, and while you're going, and then hit the button, turn it off.
Yeah.
So, but they are really handy.
Yeah.
They've got one across the street here that it's a headlamp, but it's also got a magnet on the back of it, and you can take the strap off and it just sticks to anything metal. So it's a magnetic headlamp. Probably increases the circulation in the middle of your forehead then, if it's a magnetic deal.
Yeah.
Magnets.
I'm trying to think of where you would find this across the street.
I'm going to try that again. All right, part 2, everybody, on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, I don't know what happened. It just quit and
Really?
restarted. Yeah.
How
Steve,
long did that stop?
So your son said, I'm going to finish that Easter video, and I'll check out an older video of that one then I'll sleep. So he wants to see The Morning Mouth with Johnny Brewster and Pastor Matt. The Easter Bunny was on yesterday's episode.